Alright, this is Radio Man. This is the Cobra 2000 restoration. So, I am not a restoration person. I am not in the business of doing it. I also don't think I'm the best at it. But I have done some, and people have said you should document it. And I never do, but so we're going to document it. So this Cobra 2000, I got my hands on. I got it at a fair price used. It came with 2 speakers. I would rate the condition as a appropriately used radio. It is used. It is not a shelf clean. It wasn't in the back of someone's closet in the box. It's been used all along. But everything works. Now there's some issues with it, but the issues I would expect for a radio its age. It's fairly unmolested. The only thing that I've noticed is it has an upper and lower channel mod, and somebody did add a noise toy, but it had been, looks like, appropriately removed, and someone left the switch behind. So I'm going to go through a little bit of my presentation here as into what are my goals. One of the goals is I'm going to do a full cap change on it. That is controversial for some. Turn down my scanner. That is controversial for some people. Well, or it's my radio, and I'm going to be all through this thing. I'm just going to do it. Full stop. I don't need to hear the merits of why people don't think I should do it or not. I'm doing it because it's my radio. When I was doing a function check, the receive is poor on it. It receives, but it is poor. It is not a stingy S meter. Something's going on there. It is off frequency according to the built-in frequency counter. So using my equipment to get, so the clarifier is unlocked, which I'm fine with. I don't like an unlocked clarifier, but as long as I have a frequency counter to know where I am, I can live with that and I won't bother changing it. But to put it on frequency, it's high according to the, I don't remember what it was, but like to get this thing dead nuts on, the frequency counter on the front of the radio was reading high. Don't know what that's all about, but we'll get to that. The meter lights, somebody did white LEDs. It's nice, they're too bright. Probably going to put a series resistor to fix that. We're going to move, and I'll show you that here. The extra channel switches, we're going to move those to the back, and I'm going to get rid of that noise toy. When I say noise toy, I don't know what it was. It's a momentary switch, and it's just a switch. The noise toy or whatever was there is gone. Last but not least, the cosmetics will be done when all the work is done. So I'm going to be handling this thing. I'm going to be flipping it over on the bench. We don't want to be doing the cosmetic work and do that last. Okay? Goals. It's at the top of my list, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a priority, but it's just something I thought about. Do I want to add FM to it? Maybe. Don't know. I'm definitely going to use the gamma ray graphics, and I'm going to black it out with white letters or red letters. Don't know yet. SDR tap. I've done that in my other radio, my Ranger, and I really like that feature. It's a fairly non-invasive mod. I mean, you have to solder it to the board, but it's not like you're making permanent changes other than drilling a hole for an SMA in the back. And I find it to be useful. Desk mic, probably I got some D104s or something around here I can use. And maybe I'm either going to turn this thing down permanently or put a variable for an amp. And I'll go full screen to give you guys a look at the radio. What am I figuring for a budget? Well, the gamma ray graphics set's probably going to be about 120 bucks. Capacitor kit, we're looking at about 25 bucks. SDR taps, that's all, the whole thing's 22 bucks. Not sure what a full alignment. I'm going to rely on a local tech for that. I do not have a full suite of test equipment. I could do it, but when I'm done with this and any of the restorations I've done, I like them to be as primo as possible, so I'm going to rely on someone as a full suite of test equipment to do that. Probably looking at about $20 in complete cleaning supplies. I'll cover that a little later. FM add-on, question mark. Don't know how much it'll cost and don't know if I'm going to do it, but it's there. Desk mic, we already have. It's free. So let's go full screen here and we'll give you a look at the radio. So, there we go. Yeah. I got my pajamas on. It's late. People think I'm kidding when I say I'm wearing my pajamas. Right, I'm just trying to straighten the camera out. There we go. So there's the front of it. What I was kind of... Let me turn the... Yeah, is the light on? You know, where this is... All these switches work. The S meter works. The frequency counter. Everything's good on it. Like I said, it's just cosmetically. It's a little rough, but not abused rough. Just used rough. The housing, you know, there's a few things that are minor, like there's some chipping, as you can see, with the veneer. I'll have to fix that. No big deal. It's fixable. Pretty minor, but the housing, you know, good. Here, let's bring that up a little bit. A good cleaning, that'll be okay. That's not a problem. We can deal with that. The speakers that came with it, I got both of them. I don't need to show you both of them. They're, you know, they both look okay. They sound fine. I've heard people talk about putting sound batting in these, and they claim that, because this is just a hollow box, and they claim it makes it better. I don't know. Excuse me. So, I'll show you here. This is what I was talking about. I just don't like that. We got all this. Hold on a second. We got all this real estate back here. You know, why don't we put the switches back here? There's all kinds of room. You know, that looks okay. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is this is what I was talking about. Let me get this so we don't get a shadow, so you guys can kind of see what's going on. It's pretty dirty in there. Some people, so the next video in this series will be me cleaning this and what I'm going to do. It's going to start out with canned air to remove all the big stuff, and then probably some mechanical cleaning. But what concerns me is that, you know, these little, I don't know if it's pet dander or what, but this stuff can cause shorts. And that coughing's not the dust. I'm getting over a cold, and it might be the dust tickling me a little bit. My throat's still a little sore. But anyways, I want all this cleaned out. I'm not leaving this like this. I'll probably re-grease these while I'm in there. But yeah, I want to get all this dust out. An internal inspection, other than the channel mod, I don't see anything like, you know, like coils that have been, you know, tweaked or anything. I don't see anything like that. And I don't see any caps. I don't think that power supply, I think that's, I don't know, maybe. I don't think that cap is split yet. That's the, looks like the input for the power supply. But anyways, this will all get cleaned out. And, you know, like I said, my thing is this is going to go into my collection. And the stuff that I do have, that I've went through and done restorations, my goal is to make them look like they were. I mean, yes, I know I said I want to black it out, but I mean, someone that doesn't know is going to be like, oh, you just bought that. Like, that's my goal. And then, of course, I want all the electronics to function as well. And I just figure, you know, basically when I do these, I do a full tear down and rebuild. I just don't do what I need to do. I just go through the whole thing from start to finish. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here with you guys. And the next video we'll go through cleaning it. And then once I have it clean, and I'm not talking about like cleaning it and making it like clean, ready for display. I just mean getting that debris out of the inside of it before I start working. Also, too, that's just going to drive my, you know, sinuses and stuff nuts. Like, I just got to get that all cleaned out. So cleaning it will be step one, and then step two, the work will begin, like the caps and the meter lights. Once all of that is done, will be, let's see here, I just want to look at my, hold on a second, I want to look at my notes here. Yeah, so once the caps are done, we're going to try to figure, you know, in the meter light, and we're going to move the channel switches. We'll get the thing back on, and then we'll start troubleshooting. Probably going to start at a full alignment and see where we come up on the receive being poor. You know, kind of like, you know, the only thing that I see we're really going to have to get our hands dirty is figuring out why the receiver is poor, and hopefully, you know, I can show you guys, you know, what that ends up being. But I think I got some ideas. I was looking at the schematic, and also, you know, I don't know, like with it being off frequency on the frequency counter, for it to be on frequency, an alignment, you know what I mean? Like, I'm figuring I'm going to do the caps, and then I'll align it and then see what it looks like after that. Like, does the receive come back after? I don't know. Does the frequency counter become correct after that? I don't know, but I figure we'll do all that, and then we'll go and start troubleshooting it once we have it to a point of, you know, like, you know, day one, I guess we'll call it. So anyways, the next video, this probably will go on for months, guys. This is going to be a winter project for me. But the next video will be me getting it clean. So anyways, thanks for sticking in, and this is Radio Man. We're out.